Marvel Legends, Marvel Knights, Mindless One Build-A-Figure. Let's get it. What is good, my peeps? It's your brother Big Ruck back at you again with another action figure review. What we're doing today, we are closing out our series of reviews for the Marvel Knights wave, aka the Mindless One Build-A-Figure wave, with, of course, the Build-A-Figure, the Mindless One. You see, we've amassed all of the pieces, and so we will be putting him together. But first, let me tell you who came with what. There were 7 figures in the wave. The 7th figure, Daredevil, did not have a Build-A-Figure piece. So if you're not interested in acquiring Daredevil, but you do want to put together the Mindless One, you did not need to get Daredevil. But you did need the other 6 figures in the wave. And you have Iron Man. This is the Gamerverse Iron Man from the Midnight Suns. That he came with the right leg for the Mindless One. Then you've got Blade, whom we've just recently reviewed. He came with the head and the special effect. You've got Lady Bullseye, and she came with the right arm and fist. Or excuse me, no, she didn't. She came with the torso pieces, of course. What am I talking about? The ladies usually come with the torso pieces. So yeah, Lady Bullseye came with the torso pieces, both the body and the back. So Luke Cage, he came with the left leg. The Fist Ninja came with the left arm, and Clea came with the right arm. So that is how everything was collated, amassed, and now you see we've got all the pieces together. And when next you see these pieces, they will all be put together. So you see we've got the Mindless One fully assembled, and definitely looks good. It's still curious that this is the Build-A-Figure, considering that Mindless One is really, it's a Mindless One. In other words, these are, they're cannon fodder. It should have been, probably released as a deluxe figure, and it probably will be released as a deluxe figure in a year or two. Maybe this time next year we'll be seeing a deluxe version of this figure. They'll probably change the color a little bit, and I don't know what else they could do, but that's probably about the size of it. This is definitely an army builder, as in many stories with Doctor Strange, he's been accosted by hordes of Mindless Ones, as well as certain other characters have run across them. They're very, very strong. They're basically indestructible, and they can emit energy from their cyclopean eyes. And we do have an effects piece for that, which I'll show once we get our guy off of the base. You see, I've got one fist, which was that he came with open hands on the arms, and he also came with fists, so you can change them out. So I put one on there so you can see what that looks like. But let's get him off the base and get a closer look. Okay, close up, I can tell you straight away, in terms of putting this together, he got put together very easily. But keep in mind, as easily as he was put together, he can come apart. His legs have a penchant for coming off when you try to pose them, articulate them. But, it's not like it's broken or anything. The key thing is the head. When you have the head fully depressed on the dumbbell joint, which is what it's on, you actually lose. You can swivel it, kind of, but when you do, you just heard that crack. It's really loose now. It wants to come off. So you have to understand that is something you'll have to contend with. As far as the articulation on this guy, you already saw that I can turn it left and right. You just heard it crack again. But there is no up or down, so you can scratch that. Arms, he can T-pose about that much. I'll try to see what we got going on with the rear back. This is as much how far back he'll rear, and then of course you're not going to get much going forward. He does have a bicep swivel, single jointed elbow. It's wild because he's got the bicep swivel, but the elbow also swivels. So that's something. He's got hinges for the wrist. They rotate, and horizontal hinges, and that's for all four of his hands, whether they're fist or grasping. In terms of the torso, he's got a diaphragm. Let me get his arm down and back so you can see better. He can go forward about that much. Go back. Not too much at all. Just makes him go straight up and down, which I guess for him is cool because I believe most of the time when they were walking, they lumbered and were kind of sort of hunched over. You can move him side to side, and of course you can rotate. And then when it comes to the legs, see, it just came off on me. Like I said, it's that will be problematic. They go on pretty easy, but the legs just have to be ginger with how you do it, because he can get the legs out decently for a big guy, as you can see right there. Going back, push him forward. He can only kick about that far, so that's about 50 degrees, I would assume. Going back, you're only going to get that much going back. Of course, where you connect the leg up at the thigh, you get the rotation there. He's got single jointed knees, and they swivel. I guess maybe that was done, both the arms and the legs, so that the design would look seamless. Who knows? As far as the feet and ankle are concerned, he can, nope, that just came off. I'm going to leave it off for right now. He can kick forward that far, up that far. He does have ankle pivot, and check this out. Yeah, he's got holes, peg holes at the bottom of his feet. Applying the Mindless One's energy effect is pretty straightforward. If you look at the effect, you see you've got this this ridge right here, and then the visor slash cyclopean eye is depressed enough that all you have to do is put it in like that, and that's what you got going on. So let me zoom out a little bit so you can see more of that effect, and still keep ourselves totally with the red background there. I was about to get out of that, but you see how he looks with the effect. And like I said, it's pretty simple. You can display him with or without. Obviously, he's either about to fire a blast, or he just got through finishing. But yeah, it's a pretty nice effect. If you do manage to get a couple of these guys, you can mix and match that effect to differentiate or make it look pretty good. This is a Build-A-Figure, so I am honor bound to take a measurement, height measurement, because he's supposed to be larger than the average bear. And he is, but he's not crazy tall. He's coming in at about just a tick under 7.5 inches tall. So he's got some size. He'll be larger than most anything you put him up against besides another Build-A-Figure. Here's the Mindless One with the ruler of the dark dimension, and the one that either sicks the Mindless Ones on someone or is generally accosted by them. They're mindless, so it's not like they're loyal. They're like they're weapons that have to be aimed. And here's our Mindless One with Doctor Strange, who is quite familiar with these guys. If you're not interested in army building Mindless One and two Mindless Ones, you could use it as a singular known character known as Mindful, a former Mindless One who became sentient. And he slash it works slash resides at the Strange Academy, named after Doctor Strange himself. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know it's a school for magically gifted youngsters. to hone their skills. They come from, for everywhere. They could come from Asgard, the Dark Dimension. Dormammu's son is a student there. Doyle Dormammu. Yep, no doubt. And the headmaster or principal of the school is Dr. Voodoo, and one of the instructors is Nico Manuro, which I have displayed here. Now, the Nico is from the Doctor Strange Dormammu wave, the large Build-A-Figure, and Dr. Voodoo is from the 2015 SDCC exclusive Book of the Vishanti set. And this is the Dr. Voodoo version of it. And then after the Vishanti set came out, when the Doctor Strange movie had begun to release, Hasbro had come out with this version, and this is the Brother Voodoo version. And the wild thing is, this is more how he looks as the headmaster of the school, not the other way with the skull face paint. So if you wanted to show the Strange Academy staff faculty, then this would probably be the better figure to use. And this is from the Dormammu wave as well. So these two, Nico and this is Brother Voodoo, and Brother Voodoo are from the same wave. Here we have all the figures of the wave. We've reviewed them all 7 of them. This is the Marvel Knights wave, and going from our left to our right, just to recap for those who are coming in late, we've got Lady Bullseye, the Fist Ninja, Blade, standing center. We've got Daredevil, Clea, Gamma vs. Iron Man from the Midnight Suns video game, and last but certainly not least, Luke Cage, Powerman. It's funny because it's a nice wave. We've got some interesting characters in this wave for sure. Some welcome characters, definitely. Some highly recommended and welcome characters. But the caveat is that the characters that have been most anticipated, most wanted, they've got issues that keep them from being, stellar. And I'll touch on that as we do the rankings. My rankings are as such. I'm not going to include the Build-A-Figure, the Mindless one, because it's the Build-A-Figure, and that's kind of sort of not fair. Normally the Build-A-Figure should be the best figure in the wave. That's not always the case, but that's the metric we go off of. So the Build-A-Figure does not get included in the rankings. So my rating is from bottom to the top. Coming in at number 7, Gamma vs. Iron Man. It's just a been there, done that type of thing. I'm loving the colors. That gold and black is moving me. I hope Hasbro puts out a Marvel Now Iron Man, which looks more like the comics but has that color scheme. So, that's riding the bottom, if you will. After that, I would have to say number 6 would be Fist Ninja, which is it's pretty difficult to put him down there because very good figure. It doesn't have many things wrong. It doesn't have the same amount of accessories that the Hand Ninja has, but it does come with that skull, that hooded skull, and that makes up, and it's pretty cool. Definitely an army builder. If there is a caveat, this should have been the figure that came with no piece, no Build-A-Figure piece. Instead, it was Daredevil, which, crazy. Daredevil should have come with the Build-A-Figure piece. The Fist Ninja should not have, but it is what it is. So that's coming in at number 6. Number 5, this was difficult for that spot. I'm going to give it to Clea. And the reason I'm giving Clea number 5 is because coming in at number 4 is Luke Cage. And the only reason he's getting placed above Clea is because I was looking forward to Luke Cage. It's just the caveat with him is his articulation, uh, the way how it's done. You can't, there's no ab crunch at all. There is a dumbbell for the waist, so you can move him around like that, but you can't really get him to crouch. I was actually talking to a friend of mine today. If you're looking at this, shout out to you, Francis. He came up with the idea that they could have effectively made a diaphragm if they would have just put in the work, and the diaphragm would have been nicely hidden underneath his pecs. And I happen to agree. The other problem with Cage is when you lift up his arms at the shoulders, look underneath his shoulders, you can see brown, his skin pigmentation. So that wasn't painted. So there's a problem with that. So certain angles, if it is on an angle, you're going to see, it's going to be very distracting. You're going to see his armpits when his arms, the sleeves are supposed to be extensions of his shirt. So that's unfortunate. So Cage comes in at number 4. At number 3, I'm going to give that to, once again, it's the same thing, highly anticipated. So I'm going to give 3 to Lady Bullseye because she's just banging. She's got, I believe she's either first or tied for the most accessories with what's coming in at number 2. She's on the Shriek body mode, so she's got the double-figured pinless elbows and knees, and those fans. The first time we've seen those as an accessory, it's banging right there. She could have done with, I think it would have been better served if she was on the Black Widow superposable buck. That would have been on and cracking. But as it is, she can still get some nice poses, so I'm not mad at that. She's the reason she's number 3 is because Blade, which comes in at number 2, leaves a lot to be desired in terms of his articulation, but he was highly anticipated. So it's that anticipation that puts him a notch over Lady Deathstrike, Lady Bullseye. In terms of articulation and things of that nature, Lady Bullseye's got Blade beat. The other caveat with Blade is the screaming head should have come with a neutral head sculpt, but it didn't. So, and the arms, can't get them all the way down, can't make a complete 90-degree T-pose either. So, but comes with nice accessories. Coming in at number 1 is the one that is standing front and center himself, King Daredevil. This is how he currently looks, so that's what's cool. A lot of times we'll end up getting a look from a character well after the character has changed costumes or reverted back to the original costume. But this time we actually got Daredevil as he's currently portrayed. That alongside Elektra, his wife, who's also in her current costume design. She was Daredevil and is Daredevil right now, and that goes great with this iteration of Daredevil. So he's coming in at number 1. He's got some issues as well, but not enough for me to knock him off the top spot. So that's what we got going on there with the Marvel Knights wave 1 through 7 or 7 through 1. And of course you've got the Mindless one itself. Very nice Build-A-Figure. Very nice wave. I'm happy with it. I'm glad we've got to get some things, set up for completion, like King Daredevil with Elektra, Daredevil Nachios, and the Fist Ninja, who Daredevil and Elektra, they rule over currently. So that's pretty cool. You get a few of those ninja, and you got yourself something going on there. Blade, we got that. So technically, we got that knocked off of the want list, but he's really back on because he could be done better. Same thing with Luke Cage Powerman. Clea is pretty cool. The only problem with her would be she's got the single jointed swiveling elbows. But other than that, she's banging. And You may even be able to convert her into Strange, the former Sorcerer Supreme of Earth, when Doctor Strange was deceased. And she wore the cloak of levitation. I'm sure, a couple cloaks of levitation could be used with her, and hopefully it will look good. I haven't tried it yet, but I will. I already spoke on Luke Cage. I already spoke on the Gamerverse Iron Man. So yeah, that's about it. So what we're going to do now is the hard sell. Like, share, subscribe. What do you think about this wave? What are your rankings? Do you agree with mine? Changed up? Let me know what you got going on. And, whatever else concerns you, put them in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel. And most definitely hit the notification bell if you want to be informed when I upload another video. And ladies and gentlemen, that's how it gets done.